missed the button. I did a whole countdown and then missed the record button. I went 3, 2, 1 and then missed the start record button. That's terrible.
Oh, no.
That's terrible. And I'm keeping that in. I'm not taking that out. I respect it.
Okay.
Yo, so this is not the experts. Your man Titus is back. I have a special guest with me today. Yay! My guy, my good friend Marquis is in the building. Marquis, say what up to the people.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Thank you for having me, Titus.
Absolutely, bro. You know, we've been planning on doing this for a while, and then, you know how we do. Stuff just
had like 2 years of technical difficulties.
Basically, right? Pretty much, right? Like the other name of Not the Experts could be technical difficulties, and it wouldn't change anything.
I wouldn't really like that.
I actually do like that. I might have to change the name now to technical difficulties. Then they'll be confused. People think it's a tech pod, and then all of a sudden they get here and we're talking nonsense about Kingdom Hearts and sports or whatever. This isn't what I came for.
But I love it.
Exactly. They'll stay. Come for one thing, stay for the other. But anyway, Marquis is a basketball fan. I am a basketball fan. So we're gonna do a lot of basketball talk today, and we're gonna make fun of the Blazers. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
Watch him out. I'll sign off on you, bro.
Kawhi thought that was funny. Kawhi laughed at that. Did you hear him?
Oh, is that what that was? I'm like,
Yeah, Kawhi laughed at that. I'm gonna drop that in randomly today. I love that laugh so much. That was my favorite thing of the season. That laugh is my favorite thing of the NBA season so far, just for the record.
That's how interesting the season's been.
For real. Well, let's kick it off. We're gonna talk a little All-Star Weekend. Marquis, I don't know about you, but I do love the NBA All-Star Weekend. Like, I thoroughly enjoy it.
It's like the only All-Star Weekend that matters in major sports.
For sure.
I know that's weird, but like, I don't know anyone who's like, bruh, yeah, the NFL All-Star, whatever it's called, is happening.
the Pro Bowl weekend. Okay.
Are you guys ready to watch the home run derby? You know what I'm saying? I don't know of anybody
for real
these things, but also, yo, bro, where you watching the game at, bro? Well,
right.
That happens in my family and everybody else's family too.
Yeah, and the thing about a good NBA All-Star Weekend, the thing is, like, it can create a star.
Oh, for
straight
sure.
up. Zach LaVine was known. Zach LaVine elevated in that after that dunk contest he had.
Absolutely.
Like, he straight up elevated after that, that dunk contest was so ridiculous. I saw the highlights of it again the other day. That was him and Aaron Gordon were going stupid in that thing.
Oh my gosh, going stupid.
It was crazy.
And I mean, how about like it completely put an entire major car brand on the map when Blake Griffin jumped over one of their cars.
Yep.
I would like to see the stats of how much those car sales improved. You know what? I'm going to look it up right now.
Do it.
Just because of that dunk.
Yeah, that's what the NBA All-Star Weekend can do. It can create a new star. It can, like, elevate everything. Like, Blake was a star, and then Blake jumped over a car, and it's like, oh my gosh. That's okay.
Oh.
I want him to jump over and then land in the sunroof.
What?
Because it would have been cool. It would have been cooler.
I mean, it would have been a typo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he could have did it. He could have done it. Like, just slide in the middle of the sunroof.
I mean, I'm looking at the
and then drive off.
And then drive off. Now that
yes.
that would be something right there. I would have absolutely loved that.
I do have some dunk contest criticisms.
Okay.
I gotta talk to John Collins for a second. John Collins, the Atlanta Hawks. Marquis, John Collins plays for the Atlanta Hawks, okay? You're aware of this. Okay. Do you know who plays for the Atlanta Hawks? What dunking legend plays for the Atlanta Hawks? I'll tell you.
Carter.
Yes, Vince Carter, that's right. Do you know another dunk legend, Hall of Fame, NBA Hall of Famer, that also used to play for the Hawks?
Yeah.
Dominique Wilkins, right?
Yeah.
So if you're John Collins, an Atlanta Hawk, and you have access to Vince Carter and Dominique Wilkins, why would you not pander and come out in like a half Dominique, half Vince Carter jersey, do a Dominique dunk into your fist through the rim? You win. Everyone loves you because you did all the nostalgia.
Yes.
He didn't do that. He put out the Tuskegee Airmen and tried to dunk us to freedom.
Hey, man, it's Black History Month.
It is.
You had to put on for the team. But also, like, last time I checked, Vince is black too. So
yes.
I think it would have been
all right. And bro, if you're gonna pull out a model airplane, I need you to clear the airplane, bro. You can't break the airplane on your jump.
No, yeah.
Like that was all bad. It was all bad. Yeah. He didn't use the tools he had available to him in Vince Carter and Dominique. Cause I would have been. I'm telling you right now, I'd have been like a politician pandering to win that dunk contest, man.
Oh my god.
It'd have been full pandering. I mean, like we are playing.
When you jump over Shaq, that's kind of what you do anyway, isn't it?
Yes. Hamidou Diallo. When you clear Shaq, by the way, like didn't push down on him, like just cleared him.
Nope, just
nasty.
Right over my 7'1" brother.
Yes, it was so nasty. He clearly earned that win. And then everyone else's dunks were kind of average. So he just like did a kind of a cool dunk, but it wasn't anything extravagant to just make sure he won. I respected it. Yeah, that was fun. 3-point shootout. The Curry bro, Steph went off, and then Joe Harris went offer. That's how I describe it.
Yeah.
Like it's like Steph hit 24, and I'm like, okay, 24, nice. Harris won with 26. What? 26?
But didn't like Steph get 27 the first round? And
I think he did. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, okay. But what I love about that is like, not only am I the in-game best 3-point shooter, but I actually do this, bro. Like I'm this person,
right?
Even in this contest, you know.
Right. Like I am the man throughout this entire league.
Right.
Like, don't forget that.
The stars who slam every game, they don't participate in the dunk contest.
No.
But you got the 3-point shooter who's like, you know what? I'm gonna win because of my shot. I'm also gonna compete to beat you guys because of my shot too.
Right.
I think if we saw that would be more interesting. But then you have to be okay with losing, like Steph had to do this weekend.
Right. Which I mean, the thing is, in the dunk contest, I guess losing the dunk contest is a little, because if you miss the dunk and everyone's laughing at you for missing the dunk, if you're a star, I guess. But I mean, you get 3 chances at it each dunk. Like all you gotta do is do something crazy, put it down, and we're good.
Or
you know?
Don't miss the dunk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that could help too. Just make the dunk. Like Giannis is talking about getting in it next year, which after what he did after the Curry bounce pass slam dunk in the game yesterday. Which, if you haven't seen the Curry bounce pass to Giannis for the dunk yesterday, I don't know why you haven't watched it yet. You should go do that now. Keep listening, but like go find that, as well while you listen, and then watch it real quick, because that was ridiculous.
And it was so casual,
Yes.
It's like, yeah, we've done this every day. No,
right? They don't even play together, right? And it's like, yeah,
so beautiful.
Right. It was so nasty, man. That was so much fun. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I did enjoy the game.
It was. That comeback was stupid, though.
It was. Yo, Damian from the logo repeatedly. Just dropping from the logo.
See, my man Dame. Let's talk about my man Dame for a minute.
Let's do it. Go ahead. Celebrate your boy.
Go Rip City. Rip the City, baby. Portland Trailblazers. That is where I hail. I hail from Portland. And we don't do much to be happy about. But this was something that I can be happy about, okay? Because last time I got excited was roughly, what was that? Back in near April-ish when the playoffs started and
when that Pelicans thing happened.
It was like, yo, bet. We number 3, baby. We number 3 pulling up against the number 6 seed. We don't. We don't have anything.
We don't have this at all. We don't have anything for this. I was watching. I actually went down a rabbit hole of like just playoff highlights and stuff. And I was watching the 2018 compilation. Bruh, there were so many alleys from Rondo to Davis in that series. It was disrespectful.
That was the problem.
Yeah, it was real disrespectful.
Man Rondo put on his shoes from the Boston series.
Yo, playoff Rondo's one of my favorite people. Playoff Rondo is the main reason I want the Lakers to make the playoffs, because I want to see playoff Rondo and playoff LeBron go playoff together. Because that just sounds like some kind of headache.
For everybody.
Everybody. Like, no matter how bad the team is, if you get Rondo in the playoffs, things will happen to you. And the same with LeBron. Like, you are going to have to fight every single game.
And that's nice, because for a lot of people, it's the other way around. Like, I'm not really concerned about James Harden when it comes to playoff season. I'm not.
Right. Like, he's gonna do what he does, and they'll probably win a round or two, but eventually they're gonna wear out. Like, it just happens. It happens every year. Happens to them every single year.
So right now, if they were to go in now it's unfortunate, because if it was playoffs right now, they would be facing the Trailblazers.
Ooh.
And I think the Trailblazers would lose, bro.
Portland's in
really
that
upsets me.
Portland's in that spot where like you have two really good pieces, but you need other pieces, and you don't have any cap room to go get pieces, and you're too good to get a draft pick to get pieces.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it. Actually,
It's a really trash situation to be in. Because CJ and Dame, you can build around CJ and Dame if you don't cap yourself out paying for Evan Turner. You know?
yeah, but
It's-
like it's just kind of like, yo. But first of all, Nurkic is hooping.
No, Nurkic is solid.
He's
Yeah.
hooping. Honestly, Seth Curry is playing very well right now.
Yeah, I'm glad Seth is like turning to be a pretty good player, because I was worried about him for a little bit.
I mean,
But he's
I'm
really
just
stepped up.
worried about him at family reunions. I'm not really. Other than that, that's about it. It's like, oh, hey, bro. Hey, dad. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go eat this potato salad that I brought because it's. I mean, that's gotta be rough.
Yeah. But that's the thing with Portland. Like, Portland right now, I'm on Hoop site. They have the 6th highest payroll in basketball. Like, the 6th highest payroll shouldn't get you, I think we'll lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh my
Like,
god,
that's not what that should be.
no, everyone should be fired. But when you look back at it, I think they did something wrong to, like, you know, their great grandmother or something. Because, you know, it's like the whole thing. They didn't carry homie up the mountain.
Yeah.
They could have got Michael Jordan, and they didn't. They could
Sure.
have got Kevin Durant, and they didn't.
Yeah.
They picked the grandfather at 18 years old.
Yeah.
And it was like, you guys historically make the worst decisions I've ever
Right.
seen.
Yeah.
Period. And I watched
Yeah.
The Office.
That's an amazing way to put that. That's my favorite quote. Like, you make the worst decisions I've ever seen, and I watch The Office.
Yeah, man. I mean,
You watch Michael Scott.
all the time. I literally watched him literally last night actually, I watched him invite Jan and Carol to the same event. And
to the poker event.
it was
The warehouse poker event.
Yes. And then I watched him out Oscar in front of the entire office.
Yes.
Not knowing what he had done.
Not knowing what he was
And
doing at all.
Still, the Portland Trailblazers front office make worse calls than that. Think about
I don't
that for a
disagree.
minute, would you?
It's crazy when you put it like that. It sounds really crazy. It's really a disaster. It's really a disaster.
It really is. But bro, like I think, okay, for the Trailblazers to even have remotely a chance, as of right now, they would have to make it through the 3 spot. If everything else stayed the same, of course.
Yeah.
And they would have to play the Jazz.
Yeah,
Like-
I think they can take the Jazz because the Jazz are relying so much on Donovan Mitchell right now, and it's just too much on him.
Honestly, I think so too, because he needs help as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he needs help after the Trailblazers get help, bro. So you got what you're saying. But that's the only way they make it past the first round, bro. Because
Yeah.
if they go up any higher or any lower, which first of all, they're not going to go past the Nuggets, I don't think.
yeah. I don't. Jokic ain't having that. Jokic ain't having none of that.
No, sir. But other than that, like, you're toast. You know, you don't want to
Yeah.
get down to 6. You know, you
God,
don't want to
no.
get down to 7 because then you play the Nugs. And you
Yeah.
obviously don't want to get down to 8, bruh. Because then
No,
you
yeah,
get
eight's a
in
sweep
2
sweep
games
life.
by the Warriors. You don't even want to show up for 3 and 4.
8 is sweep life. Like the Warriors, and when they made it to the second round 2 years ago, the Warriors swept them, right?
Yup.
Yeah, like
I mean,
it's all bad.
it is. It is. So I think their only shot.
I think you're right. Like the Jazz, the Jazz is the best matchup for them. But taking that 3 spot from OKC is going to be real difficult.
Right. I mean,
That's going to be
'cause
really tough.
honestly, like if let's say if everything stays the same, but they
Yeah.
drop down to 6. So let's say the Jazz move up to 5, move up to 5, and then they'll play 4 if let's say Thunder do it or whatever. Or if
Yeah.
Thunder stays in 3 and Blazers drop down to 6, bruh, like Paul George is not going to let anything bad happen
Look,
to
man.
anybody.
Paul is snapping this year. I'm so happy for Paul George. As someone who has been a Paul George fan since he was in Indiana, like I'm so happy that he's doing well and balling out this year. You good?
He is hooping like
He
he's
is.
never hooped before
Yeah.
in his whole
Do you send me that picture where he's averaging 39 for this month?
dude, yes. And it's not a typo.
It's insane, man.
It's not a typo. It's like,
That's insane, man.
what is happening and how is it happening?
Right. And the thing is, who also deserves a lot of credit, a lot of respect, is Russell Westbrook for being able to take a secondary role.
And that's funny. A secondary role still averaging triple doubles.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, Russ having a down year. He's having a down year shooting, and he's still averaging a triple double. He's somehow underappreciated because we don't value the triple double the way we don't value the triple double like we should. Like, it's kind of crazy to average a triple double. What, 3-4 years in a row? Ever since KD left, he's averaged a triple double.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is. The funniest thing about this is, like, when KD left, one of my things for being happy about it was, one, I wanted to see the world burn, and KD on the Warriors makes the world burn. And two, I'm like, bro, we get to see Russ by himself, and Russ gonna mess around and win the MVP and average a triple double. And then he did it 3 years in a row. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know it was that real.
So I was right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I knew it'd be real. I didn't know it'd get this real, but it did. Like, that's the thing. Like, Russ is having a really weird year, and it's not just the shooting; it's the free throw thing that's drops off a cliff. Like, his free throw shooting went from 73 to 65 this season.
Okay.
His percentage, which is super weird, but he's still managing to be effective in the game. He's not taking as many bad shots as he does because he's gonna, like, the trade-off with Russ is gonna take a three, and he's probably gonna miss it, but he's gonna shoot it anyway.
But for the first time, really, that's okay now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's really the first time that you can really say that.
Right.
Because obviously you got this man, dude. I'm not sure what happened, bro. It's like the reversed plot of Space Jam, where someone put more talent into his body. And it's just ridiculous, man.
It is, man. Like, he averaged 21 last year. He's at 28 this year. 28 points per game this year, Paul George is.
But
and he's playing defense. And he's averaging a career high in points, a career high in defense. And steals, in steals per game. Like, he's just really on one right now. Yeah, in defense. A career high in defense. My bad. But yeah, I was trying to say he's doing it defensively as well, which he is. For real, bro. He's everywhere. It's 5 of them.
And I didn't realize he was only 28 either.
Yeah, he's still young.
Yeah, I was looking up the other day. I said, how old is he, bro? So let's just put this in perspective.
Yes.
So I think it said his birthday's in like May. So that means he'll turn 29 in 3 months.
Yeah, his birthday is May 2nd. Shouts to him. May babies.
Okay, so I am 27. I turned 28 in August. I mean, I'm doing all right. But I'm going to have to go ahead and say what I'm not doing is putting up the numbers this man's doing right now.
Right.
So, on most days, I'd say, yeah, I'm doing better than Paul George. But right now, bro, I don't know.
Right now, he's on one right now. He's on one right now.
I mean, so right now, we're probably tied, honestly. We're probably doing about the same in life right now.
And what I'm hopeful for George is that he's a blueprint for Gordon Hayward getting back to, close to full strength. Because I wasn't a huge Gordon Hayward fan, but I don't like this whole, he barely looks like an NBA player right now. Like, it looks bad when you see him.
Right.
It looks really bad.
And so, like, I don't have I have nothing to dislike about him.
Right,
right.
He just exists, right? He's there. Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
He's there.
I want him to bounce back so hard.
For sure.
But I honestly don't know if he can do that at Boston.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Because I feel like he needs to be able to bounce back at a place that needs him to be that.
Yeah.
And I don't think Boston requires that of him right now.
Yeah.
And so, like, you really don't have to be that person.
And speaking of Boston, let's get into Boston because I have so many thoughts on them. Mm-hmm. But it's like and then if you're a Jaylen Brown, right, and you're having to lose minutes to Hayward just because, he was signed to be that guy. Like, Hayward and Kyrie were signed to be the guys to take their team to the next level.
Right.
It just so happened that all the young guys that they drafted all turned out to be decent. Right. Like, they've all turned out to be pretty well. If you're Jaylen Brown and you have to sacrifice minutes and you're seeing that come on the court, in front of you, it probably creates issues, especially in young guys, because the thing with Boston is Boston has too many cooks. Like, they just do. They have way too many cooks in that kitchen, and it was easy. You could see it coming. I kind of saw it. I was telling people that last year. I was arguing with a guy I know who's a Boston fan. I'm like, dude, you're going to have issues because, one, you have a bunch of young dudes. None of them have been paid yet. And they all think they're the reason y'all went to the conference finals last year. Like, every single one of them. Like, you're going to have problems with that. And when you see them struggle this year, that's kind of what it is. No one knows their roles aren't defined because everyone thinks they're the reason that we're here. They're all young, and they're all on younger contracts. They're all playing for the second contract. A lot of these guys don't have a second contract yet. Which, I mean, we can act like the money. I mean, I know some fans like to act like that stuff doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh my god! Absolutely.
Come on, man.
Especially like, I mean, what? Jaylen Brown is 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, it matters. Like,
I'm trying to get this check for real.
Exactly. I haven't grown up to my I'm going to be a reasonable adult money yet. No, now
no.
I'm done. So I'm trying to get that check, bro. Like,
that's
he's trying
exactly
to go
what
back
I need.
to Marietta where he came from and be like, hey, y'all remember me, bruh? Yeah.
Exactly.
But right now, so he's fighting to do that. You know, when he's 24, 25, 26, he can be like, okay, I'm going to invest in Coca-Cola. You
right.
know?
Right.
we can get that long money later. Right now, I'm trying to get this cool money.
Right.
And so, yeah, they do have to fight, bro. But now, will you, if you're in charge of stuff, are you waiting for Gohei to do his thing again, or are you going to let some players go?
That's the really tricky spot they're in, right? Because I'm of the belief that if you can get AD, if they call you about AD, you get AD.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you got, like, you keep Kyrie because Kyrie is just too valuable in the play. Like, when it comes to fourth quarters, Kyrie is a player I want just about more than anybody. Like, fourth quarter close game, I want a dude that can dribble around everyone and go get a shot. Like, I just want that. That's a really valuable skill to have in the playoffs. And so if you want to keep Kyrie, but if they call you and if the Pelicans say Tatum and Brown, you give up Tatum and Brown. If they want you to give up Hayward, which I doubt they would want Hayward, but if they want Hayward, you do it. I'm sorry, you got to do it.
Question, like, no, I would give up a lot of people for that.
Yes.
But that's not going to be the case anymore, though, right? Because he's a free agent this summer, ain't he?
No, AD's not a free agent until next year.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why the race has been kind of crazy. Yeah, he's not free agent until next year. So if you want to get him in there, or you want to play the wait till free agency game, or you want to get him in there now and like get him in your program, see how he likes it there, like Kawhi, like the Toronto did with Kawhi, which was a genius move on so many levels for them. Because even if he walks, they only have 1 year left on Kyle Lowry's deal. Which you can either move that or play it out.
Okay, so
and then you're in a rebuild. Then you can, if he leaves, you can just go ahead and start over.
But then,
but you went for it.
Push for him now. You know
who that?
Boston. Why not make that push now?
They couldn't. They legally couldn't because there's some kind of provision in the Rose Rule where you can't have two guys that are on some kind of contract and Kyrie's on a contract like that.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So they couldn't do it. They can't do it legally until the summer. But if summer comes, man, right, right, like that's what they convinced them to do. And the thing is, like, if you're the Pelicans, I get it. But honestly, if the Lakers did offer you everything, I would have taken it. I don't care how mad I am at the Lakers. Like, I made a joke on the podcast I did before, where like, if I'm the Pelicans, I'm making the Lakers offer me everything, and then I'm hanging up the phone. I was joking. I think they'd really do it. You take it, man.
Exactly.
If they offer you everything, you take everything, and you go on about your day. You disappear into the night. I wasn't serious.
Yeah, they were like, "Yeah, we'll listen to you."
Yeah,
we're actually not gonna listen to you.
Exactly. It was the whole. Yeah, you're on speakerphone while everyone else was just walking around the building, eating sandwiches. Like it was. Kind of they treated the Lakers. They treated the Lakers like a scam artist, bro. Like a scam phone call where you play around with the dude on the phone for a little bit because you know it's a scam, and then you just hang up. That's what they did to the Lakers. Yeah. That's pretty much what they did.
It was like one of those ransom phone calls where they know that, like, if they stay on for longer than 2 minutes, they check their call. And so it was like 1 minute 58 seconds. Click. You there, bro? You there?
Yeah, for real. On the subject.
No, I didn't.
On the subject of Davis, what do you think about his whole trade request and all that, and how public it was?
I think there's a lot to that. I think on one of those things, let's say if he's playing the money game.
Mm-hmm.
If he's playing the money game, he is winning, I think, because he's like, okay, look, I'm as valuable as to make a whole team want to give up everybody on their roster, including their entire closet. So I know you're going to want me. So you have to keep me if you want me, or you see that I can go anywhere.
You're right.
Because I am this valuable. So, like, if that's part of it, yeah, okay, congratulations, go get that bag. I'm not going to be mad at that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, but now look what you've done, right? So, like, look at what you've caused. Right?
They have effectively ruined 2 franchises for this season, right? Like, all the Lakers' young dudes are sad. The Pelicans got blown out by the Magic, and I don't know what to say for that.
That was actually really fun to watch.
I don't I don't know what to tell you. You get smoked by Orlando. Like, I don't know how to feel.
That was really fun to watch because so I don't know if you guys know this or not. So let's say you miss an NBA game on YouTube that same night. It'll be on YouTube, but it'll be condensed to like 9 minutes. So it only shows the scoring transitions.
Right.
And it's awesome. So I miss a lot of games. I don't really know what happens, but I miss a lot of games. And I don't pay for ESPN because I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I get like TNT games and I get ABC games if I get lucky enough. But I miss ESPN games, so I hit YouTube up, and then it's like, okay, cool. 9 minutes later, I watched the whole game, and it was awesome. So I watched the Magic game in 9 minutes.
Yo, a blowout in 9 minutes sounds hilarious. A 9-minute blowout sounds like you probably thought you let that thing in the Magic were a playoff team, right? It's like, bruh, why are they not better?
Bro, it was incredible because 4 of their players almost had the entirety of the Pelican score. Literally, bro. It was like 87 points, I think, together they had. And the Pelicans had 88 points. It was like, this is incredible. It was great, man. I loved it. So if that's what happened, I like watching people lose I don't really care about. And so, like, with the Lakers, too, bro, I'm glad they're having turmoil now. That's what you get, bro. If you think you're going to pull up and just trade me, bro.
And the thing with that, right, like, Magic Johnson's do you see his comments? Like, you got to stop babying these players? Y'all got to stop babying these players?
No, I didn't
like,
see that.
Yeah, he said everyone's babying the players thinking they're having issues after the trade deadline. I'm like, bro, that's saying like someone, somebody said, that's like someone who's literally never on the trade block at any point in his career. Like, you're talking about a bunch of 20 and 21-year-olds who all live in LA now, and you talking about y'all gotta move to New Orleans? We have to move to New Orleans, bro?
Right.
What?
And now you're up. I shouldn't be upset about that?
Right, right. But I gotta up and leave this life? Well, I get to play with LeBron, and now I gotta go to New Orleans and play with who? With what?
Yeah, and then go to the French Quarter.
Yeah. Right.
No, not gonna do that.
For real.
It's like, you're dating a girl, bruh. Man, she's fine. You love her. She helps you out. And then one day she's like, yeah, so, there's this guy I really liked back in high school, and I think I might go out with him. But I'm just thinking about it. And then he stands her up, and then she's like, I love you, babe. We're good. You're gonna feel some kind of way.
Exactly.
Exactly. You're not gonna immediately bounce back from that.
Yeah, like them being upset. Like I get it. Yeah, I would be upset too. Like we're humans, man. They're humans at the end of the day, And that's one thing I don't think Magic's good at his job. Just gonna be honest. Like I just don't. I don't think he's good at the GM thing. I think he puts we know way too much about everything that the Lakers do. All right. Like for example, when the Raptors got Kawhi. Did you hear anyone say the Raptors were going after Kawhi? Did anyone know the Raptors were a player for Kawhi? No, he just popped up.
That's not fair, though.
He popped up in the Raptors uniform. It's like, oh, that was lit.
That's not fair. Because how much do we know about Toronto in general? Okay. So
that's a valid point.
We know
that's a valid
about
point.
Los Angeles.
This is the same GM or president that has been fined for tampering like at least 7 times. I mean, that's an exaggeration. He's been investigated or fined a few times for tampering because he talks too much. Like, he just doesn't know when to not say words.
Okay.
it's like, dude, you can't do it this way.
Bro, I hear you, man. But then when I'm thinking about the money game, bro, bruh, come on, man. He stays in the media, bro. It's like that crazy man LeVar Ball. It's like, yeah, I'm going to roast LeVar for the entirety of my existence. For the rest of my life, I will roast LeVar.
Oh, man.
But his name is still coming out of my mouth. So
That's true.
You're going to watch LA be LA because of all the stuff we get to see about LA. So if that's the game he's playing, man, cheers, bro. Get your secure your bag.
On the Pelicans. What do you think about the Pelicans benching or wanting to bench Anthony Davis? And the league possibly threatening to find them, but maybe not threatening to find them. They said they didn't threaten to find them. That doesn't mean a fine wouldn't have come if they benched them, because they have that rule about you got to play certain players.
Right. I think it's kind of weird. Because that kind of set me back kind of sideways. I had to sit back for a minute. I'm like, can I do that? Kind of weird, because Dwayne Wade played like 7 games one season because he wanted to rest.
Right. Which is why they made that. I think that's why they made that rule, because like they were missing guys on national TV. But I think the Spurs just sat everyone on national TV one day and like, hey, bro. So it was like, hey, bro, look here, man. Everybody can't sit.
Well, that would have been nice when I was playing fantasy basketball, because at the height of that happening, they were all on my team, bruh. And they were sitting everybody out, and I lost. So I'm like, and they always sit them out right before the actual NBA playoffs. And so if you ever play fantasy basketball, you know that fantasy playoffs are right before the actual playoffs. So everybody's getting their rest and sitting out. And so all the people that should be making me win games aren't playing at all, bro.
Yeah.
And now they want to come up with this rule about finding people. Well, I'm going to need my buy-in back. Okay. I lost the money, so I'm going to need that money back, man.
My feelings on them doing that was, I kind of expected it to happen, for one, because of the fact that the NBA is very, like, Adam Silver is very, like, against the outlook of tanking. Like, if you sorry, it can't look like you sorry on purpose, right?
Right.
Like, they pretty much made the 76ers fire Sam Hinkie because of that. Because you're, like, taking a franchise, a big media market franchise, and you're making them look stupid for a very long time.
That's a great point.
Yeah, so, like, the NBA is very against that, so they're not just going to let you bench Anthony Davis just because he asked for a trade and y'all mad.
Right.
And y'all want to protect your asset, which I totally understand they want to protect the asset, but you also know that they're not going to let you, because, I mean, one, you protect Anthony Davis as an asset, 2, you up your draft stock because your team's not winning without him. But they're not going to let you they're just going to let you do that. They can't make you fire Sam Hinkie and then say, nah, it's cool, go ahead, bench your best player, it's cool, go ahead, no problems. Sitting down, no issue.
Okay.
And then, like, the counterpoint people made is like, oh, Chandler Parsons hasn't played a game this year. J.R. Smith, someone made this point, a writer made this point, like, J.R. Smith, the cast sent J.R. Smith home a long time ago, he hasn't played. J.R. Smith, Mr. I thought we were up, cannot be compared to a Anthony Davis, dog. No. Like, that's not the same universe. Yeah. Like, this is an all NBA first team caliber player. And we're talking about him and J.R. Smith. Yeah. Like, nah, the impact is different, man.
It's not even the same situation.
No, the impact is much different.
Henny, I'm winning. This is not the same situation.
It doesn't work, man. Like, it doesn't work.
How dare you?
For real. Like, there's no precedent for this one. Like, there's just not. There's no precedent for it. No. Now, him wanting to play, I get. Him leaving the arena to get an MRI was weird, kind of funny. But it was also weird the other night when he was just like, yeah, I'm out. He just left his agent. And they're like, oh, yeah, he went to get it. And they texted Gentry like, yeah, he went to get an MRI. Wait, what? Like, you couldn't tell me that?
Yeah, that
Somebody let me know about that? That would have been nice to understand before.
Hey, this guy.
For real. But, so yeah, from that aspect, I get it sucks for the Pelicans. I really do. I understand it sucks. But also, you kind of made this bad at the same time. In the moves you've made as a franchise. Like, and another thing, if you were so concerned about it, could have just traded him. Like, if you really didn't want this to happen, you could have traded him instead of standing pat. Like
sure.
you didn't have to stand pat. Like you didn't have to have this disaster. Like it looks worse now, but you kind of helped create it in how you moved as a franchise.
So do you think they have an interest in actually just keeping him?
I think they know. I think it's done. I think they know it's done. I think they would love to keep him, but I don't think they have any like recourse of action to keep him because they're pretty much
nothing to be able to offer.
Yeah. To me, the best chance of keeping him probably would have been keeping Rondo last year because you probably would have been better than you are this year. But let him go. Like I can honestly give them a pass for not bringing back Cousins because that was a lot of money and a lot of risk. Like I get it.
Sure,
I understand why you didn't want to do that.
Absolutely.
The Rondo thing makes no sense to me. I don't know how you can watch the playoffs that you had last year and be like, oh yeah, we want to do Rondo. It's cool. Like what? What are you doing?
That was a bad call.
it's just a bad idea. It's a terrible idea.
He didn't do anything for us at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're fine. We can do this next year. What? No.
2 different games, bro.
And also two completely different series, right? Like it was crazy. Yeah. So in that situation, I'm all for guys. I'm all for the players like asserting their power, I should say, because I mean the players are the most important thing that happens in the game. So it makes sense for them to assert their power in ways. Like a lot of people seem to not like this idea of players ask for trades. But it's a mutual agreement. The mutual agreement is I signed this contract. You can trade me. But hey, guess what? I can also ask for a trade if I want.
Yeah.
And you can either do it or don't. Like you don't have to. It's a trade request, bruh. It's a request. Like you can say no. That's how requests work. You can say no.
Right. It's like when you ask for a day off at work. And they're like, okay, or no. Obviously, you're going to feel some kind of way to say no.
Exactly.
But, like, they still have that right to be exercised.
Right. That's the agreement that we all have made. That's the agreement we've made here. You don't have to fully honor my contract. I think people think honoring your contract in sports means you have to play the whole contract out. Nah. That means you have to show up on the day you're supposed to show up and do your job. Doesn't mean, you don't get to be like, oh, in the sports environment, you get to go, hey, I don't like it here. Let's see if we can work out a trade.
Yes.
Let's see what we can do. That's how sports work. That's why, like, when people try to compare sports to their jobs, there's a lot of things that make that not work. Like, it just doesn't work in a lot of ways. And that's one of them. Like, yeah, you have that contract. You might have a contract with your job where you can't get out of it. Guess what? I'm sorry. Not trying to be harsh. Your job doesn't have a trademark where people would, like, come get you from your job and then give them something else. Like, the value is different. You're not one of 200 players that in a league that, matter.
Well, actually, it kind of depends. I know that I feel you. I absolutely feel you. But there are certain jobs where they'll be like, hey, cuz, like, you're doing a real good job over there. You think can we talk? And some jobs that's literally out of you cannot do that. Like, I worked at a place, and in my contract, it said, like, I can't go teach in the same area, or I can't go take students in the same area because it was going to be taken away from these people, or I couldn't talk to anybody else about working for them instead. I'm like, that's what that is. And so I guess in that way, it's the same thing. Like, I'm doing a little bit better than Anthony Davis is. So, like, hey, what you snickering for, bro? And because of that, I feel it. So, me and Ant, we're like in the same boat. It's just like, I mean, there's reason to get upset about it.
Yeah. And one thing with basketball, I feel like basketball really babies the fans to where they think they're entitled to having these guys forever, and if they leave, they're disloyal, terrible people. It really irritates me that we do this with fans. It's very annoying. Like, people being mad about free agency upsets me. It doesn't. I don't say upset because that's too harsh for sports. But it just doesn't make. I never really understood it. Like, people got mad at LeBron for leaving, I didn't get it. People got mad at Durant for leaving, didn't care. I mean, unless you're a fan of like Oklahoma City, then I get it to an extent because you lost your boy. But like, at the same time, me as a fan, I know that when guys leave my team for the most part, unless it goes to the Cowboys, then we got problems. But other than that, when guys leave Philly, I'm like, okay, good for him. Go get your money, have fun. Like, I just don't take it that seriously to where this guy leaves my team and now I hate him.
I mean,
and I wish him the worst in life.
Yeah, it's just really weird. Honestly,
it is.
Like, and I've had a huge issue with that as well because it's like, but again, like, I think of it as a human being who makes money to pay his bills. My guy, if you have an opportunity to go get you some money, and enjoy it a little bit more than you're doing right now, I recommend going to do it.
Yes.
That's wherever you work, bro. If it's for the
Exactly.
Lakers, if it's for the Cavs, if it's for Oklahoma City, if there's something you want, like you can acquire somewhere else. And listen, I'm talking to all y'all. I don't care if you hoop. I don't care if you work at Walmart. I don't care if you work at Longhorns. Whatever it is. If there's another situation that may be better for you, go and get it.
Yes. If it makes you happier and you can afford whatever it costs, like, go do that. Go live that life and enjoy yourself.
Or be like Harrison Barnes, who was literally traded in the middle of a game without knowing about it, bruh.
Yep.
You know? Because the moment you try to exercise some loyalty to this situation that's not loyal to you, you end up expendable, because that's just what it is.
Yeah,
Isaiah
exactly.
Thomas played through some of the hardest days of his life, bruh. And then
Yes.
and hooped, mind you.
Yes.
And hooped,
Yeah.
mind
He
you.
sacrificed his hip as well. Let's not forget that part.
My man was balling, not balling. No,
Yes.
he was balling with a capital G at the end, bro. And then
Straight
let
up.
this man go.
Straight up. And the thing is, from a business standpoint, it was a good move. Like, you went and got Kyrie. Good move.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the personal aspect of it, it's really crappy.
It's really crap.
It's really crappy from the personal aspect.
It absolutely is, you know? And but then as a I understand it. Then you need to
Right. Right.
too, bruh.
Exactly. Like, it's the same exact thing. The players leaving the same thing. They're just choosing where they go. That's the difference.
They got to feed their family. I mean, maybe they're feeding
Right.
them a little differently than I feed my family. But
They're feeding the family, and they're getting the chance to win championships. Like, all these guys always say, oh, I want winners. Hey, he's trying to go win. Look at him.
Stop him now.
Like, exactly. He won too easily. I'm sorry, what?
Oh my god. And honestly,
What?
people still give crap to Kevin Durant. Man, I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll be
Me
honest
too.
with you.
Me too. Kevin Durant has done a lot of things like that I just find to be a bit reprehensible. Like the burner account thing. That was...
Oh yeah. I'm not saying I like him as a
Yeah.
human.
Right. But, like, at the
What are
same
you
time...
doing, sir?
Yeah, yeah. In terms of basketball, I've never criticized any of his basketball decisions. Like, not one of them. Because that's what good, man. You were on a team. I'm supposed to go to a worse team to make y'all feel better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
No thanks. I'm trying to get this.
Like, nah, B. I'm
I'm
going to go over here and get these good buckets and elevate myself.
Yeah.
And win some championships.
Now, you having burner accounts, that we could sit down and have a conversation about.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about that.
I mean, yeah,
you
you're not
getting
right
mad,
now.
you...
I mean, come on, sir.
Shouts to the blacklist.
You're not on the blacklist, my
Shouts
guy.
to the blacklist.
You need one account, okay?
Hey, how's the new season of that? I haven't started it yet. Is it good?
I haven't started it yet either. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I binged it, and the end of the last season kind of upset me.
Hey, I haven't finished that either.
You're not. You gotta catch up, bro.
I stopped watching TV. I'm not really sure what happened.
Oh, that's right.
I just
Okay.
really haven't been exerting brain energy to watch television.
Word, I feel that.
And it's not that I don't. Sometimes I miss it, but for the most
Yeah.
part, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what I do instead. Which I realize is weird. I don't know what I've replaced that time with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't watch TV much, and just don't.
Word. I feel you on that though. I think most thing I watch is sports, and then I'll binge something every now and then. Like, I gotta catch up on some anime. Actually, that's what I really need to do. I'm a little behind on my anime.
Okay.
Like, I gotta watch Hunter x Hunter because I haven't watched that yet, and I've heard good things.
I've heard that was good.
Yeah, I've heard like it's basically the blueprint for Yu Yu Hakusho, and I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, I love that show.
I mean, that was alright, but like,
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
now let me. Now I can back that up though, because
Just make
in
you
the
scared.
time of Yu Yu,
Yes.
when you look at the other things that were popping off at the same time, I mean, because like, okay, I remember when Yu Yu Hakusho was on, was like Toonami. when I was in
yes.
middle school,
Yes.
late elementary school. So I'm
Yes.
talking about this is literally in order, mind you. We had Dragon Ball, we had Dragon Ball Z, we had Rurouni Kenshin, and then we had Yu Yu
The man.
Hakusho.
Yeah.
Now, if Yu Yu would have came on in between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, I probably would have spent more time on it. But since it came on after Rurouni Kenshin, and that's one of the best anime of all time, I'm like,
Ronnie's lit. Ronnie's on my rewatch list. Like, that's why I need to go back and rewatch as an older person now. And that's why I need to go back and
and
rewatch.
that's when it meant what it meant to me, bro. Because I watched it when I was a kid, and yeah, this is dope. But
it just look cool, right? Like they slash stuff. You see an X form, and then it falls apart 5 seconds later. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Ooh, cool.
So much fun.
And as an adult, you can actually appreciate the story.
Yeah.
Tosai the Manslayer being that guy.
Right.
Because one episode he turned his blade around. Okay, this whole thing, real quick, if you don't know what it's about a guy, he killed everybody basically, and then he decided to use a reverse blade, which was non-fatal. But one episode he had enough, and he flipped his blade around. When I tell you it was a wrap, it was a wrap.
Yeah. So that's one, because Hulu has a great anime collection. Like, Hulu's anime collection is crazy.
They do.
Yeah. They got. I was watching Food Wars. Have you ever watched Food Wars?
I have not.
It makes me hungry.
Is it? Like,
it really makes me hungry, bro. What is it? Imagine if Iron Chef was an anime.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, so take all the ridiculous, take the crazy stuff of Iron Chef, put it in an anime with over-the-top anime stuff, and you have Food Wars.
Okay. No.
Inside of a teenage prodigy who's not an underdog, he's just a prodigy.
Oh, those are my favorites.
Yes.
Okay. Also, insight to the people: I don't like weak protagonists.
So you're not a Naruto fan?